Hey girl, hey. I'm doing a little video about mistakes people make, you know, newbies make when getting chickens and raising chickens. You got anything you want to tell anybody? Any tips? Anything? No advice? Thanks, Peaches. What's up, guys? It's Jason over here at Cog Hill Farm and the Cog Hill family, and today we're talking chickens. I'm gonna tell you the top 5 mistakes I think newbies make when they get into raising chickens. This was a collaboration by Keeping It Dutch. There's several other channels in this collaboration. I'll put a link down below to everybody involved in this and a link to a playlist to all the other collabs in this collaboration. I'll put a playlist at the end of the video as well. Yeah, let's talk chickens.
Look, sister, is any of this filtering through that little blue bonnet of yours?
This list is in no particular order. It's just 5 things that I came up with just from my experience and a lot of questions I get from new chicken owners. And one of the first thing that came to my mind was getting the right breed for your climate. We've made this mistake. I don't think people think about, you know, climate when it comes to chickens. I really don't. You know, we never did. You know, we just look at a pretty chicken or a certain breed, and that's what we get. We never would consider the climate aspect of it. So definitely do your research. There's several places you can go. You can just Google. I'll put some links down below where you can do the research on it. One place that's really helpful is the Heritage Breed website. I'll put a link to it as well. But climate, you don't want a cold weather chicken in the super hot summers, and you don't want a hot weather chicken up there in the cold. You could get a cold weather chicken down here, and it could just be miserable because of the heat. It won't lay eggs well.
Gosh, it's hot. It's
just not gonna do well. You could get a hot weather chicken and put it up there in the north, and the same thing. It could be susceptible to getting frostbite on its comb because the comb's too large. And if the chicken's not comfortable, it's not gonna produce eggs for you at all. Another one that we actually have made before was coop size. We have expanded our coop and made it bigger 3-4 times, added on, did additions. If I'd have made it big enough to start with, I wouldn't have had that problem. And it was inside our barn right here, and we had Rooster in here. And this would hold, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 full-size chickens because they would sleep in here at night. And then we would free range our chickens. We free range our egg layers. This was our first coop, but 10 chickens didn't last a minute. 10 turned into 20, 20 turned into 30, 30 turned into 40 because chickens are highly addictive. You can't have just one. You can't have just 10. If you got the room, you'll just keep adding more and more and more and more. Trust me. Another mistake people tend to make is buying chickens, or poultry for that matter, from an unknown source, not knowing who they are, their background, how do they take care of their animals, because it could just take one sick bird and wipe you out. Knock on wood, we've never had that problem. Now, we have done that in the past when we were, you know, blowing and going and didn't know what we were doing, getting super excited. We loved going to auctions and sales, seeing all the animals come through, and it was just fun. That was our weekend. Instead of going to the movies, we'd go to auctions. But you never know. You're playing Russian roulette. there's probably a reason why that person's getting rid of those chickens. They're passing that, whatever that reason is, on to you. So definitely be super careful when it comes to buying stuff from somebody you don't know who they are or how they raise their animals. Another one, and this one may sound silly to the people that have been raising chickens, but I've been asked this one a lot of times, and I've been told this by people a lot of times that are new into chickens, but for some reason some people think you have to have a rooster to have eggs. You don't have to have a rooster. This is our Polish rooster, super friendly. His name's Rod because, you know, he looks like Rod Stewart. You don't have to have a rooster to have eggs. You got to have a rooster if you want baby chicks to hatch, but not for eggs. Ain't that right, Rod? You's a pretty boy. Another mistake that people will make is not giving their chickens grit. Now, grit is a rock or a pebble, or you can buy it in any feed store, and it comes and it looks like just like little rocks. This is granite that you buy, just crushed granite. They also make chick grit that's a lot smaller and more fine for little chicks. But what your chickens need grit for is they don't have any teeth. So they have to grind their food up some kind of way, and that's where this comes in. The chicken swallows the grit and it goes down and it goes into the gizzard. That's where the food comes in, and then the grit grinds at the food and then it passes on through and they digest it. Otherwise, it's hard for them to digest their food. Now, we free range most of our chickens, so they can get plenty of grit without me having to buy it. But if you're in a, if you don't free range your chickens, or you got a backyard or an urban setting, or if you got a farm and you got your chickens in a run, you're gonna need to give them some grit so they'll be able to digest their food properly. And you can just put a little bowl out with it in it. What I like to do is if I got some that are maybe juvenile chickens and I got them enclosed, I just throw a handful on the ground. I mean, that's what they're used to. They're gonna scratch around and pick it up and eat it. Or you can mix it in with their food. As long as they can get to it, you're fine. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video today. Hey, check out the entire playlist of this collaboration right over here. If you're new to our channel, like what you see, hit the subscribe button down below. And if you're interested in any Cog Hill Farm gear, check out the link right down here. Y'all be good.